What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video where today I make my most hated video here. As it sits, there's only about an inch of clearance in here, and these are 31.5-inch tires. They're 265 70/17s. So once I go with 26s, I'm probably still gonna have rubbing. They definitely won't fit in here as it sits. I would have to go with 24s, and especially back here, it rubs too a little bit. You guys can see that rubs a little bit back here. So I am gonna increase the height, maybe an extra 2 inches. That way we have enough clearance for our 26s, hopefully. If I don't like it, obviously I'm gonna keep these shocks and I can go back to the 5.7. So let's get started. All right, this is our current setup. I think it does have a what is this, a Beltec street shocks, street performance. I don't know what they're called, street performance shocks. So I think from the top I just have to remove these 3 bolts, and then there's 2 more bolts on the bottom, and then I'll compress the spring, remove the shock, and go ahead and finish up here. Alright guys, it was fairly easy to remove it. It was literally these 3 nuts holding it on top that were right here, and then the 2 on the bottom here that were right there in the bottom. And I also removed the little bracket that was here right there, so that this can drop enough to pull out the whole strut from the top here. So now that I have it out, this is the shocks that I was talking about. Beltec Street. They're still good. There's no leaking or anything on it. So send me a DM on Instagram if you guys want to buy these off of me, because I'm gonna probably sell them. And these are the ones I'm going with. I'm going with the original Mcgaughys. So these do have adjustments here. This is why I mentioned I can always go down to a 5. I think each one is like half an inch. So this will be an inch, 2 inches, and 3 inches. I'm gonna drop it probably a 3 in the front. So I think I have to remove either 1 or 2. I have to check the manual. And then we'll see how it rides. If we want to go lower, we can always go lower by just removing one of these. Should be fairly easy. There you go. So that's the old one, this is the new one. Okay, this is out. Bump stop up here. Here we go. There's the difference, guys, right there. Alright, if you leave all of the rings on, so you take out 0, it gives it a 3-inch drop. And the drop spindle is 2 inches, so that gives it a 5-inch drop in total. Obviously, the more rings you take out, the less of a drop you'll have. I'm gonna take out 1 ring, so we're gonna have 4 rings to give it the 1-inch drop, because it already has a 2-inch drop spindle, which will put me down to 3 inches, which is what I'm looking for. Obviously, I can always go back and remove more rings if I don't like it. So same way I took this one out, I'm putting this one back on, just in reverse order. Obviously, I'm gonna remove one of these rings here. All right, guys. One thing that I couldn't find online, or I couldn't find on YouTube, I couldn't find anywhere, is how to tighten this top bolt here. I believe there's a special tool or something, because whenever you try to tighten this nut here, the whole shock just turns with it. So I think there's a special tool that's supposed to hold on to this while you tighten that bottom nut. but I couldn't find it. I went to AutoZone, they didn't have it. So what I used is just one of these wrenches that kind of go deep down, and then just some pliers to hold the top. But I think we got it tight enough. Alright guys, I think everything's installed already. I torqued these down to 37 foot-pounds, these ones to 37 foot-pounds, and then this one here to 17 right there, because I had to remove this. The only hassle I want to say from doing this again was putting that top bolt, not the 3 here, the top bolt of the actual strut, and actually prying it so that this could go in here. I had to really push it down a lot in order to put this in there, but I think I got everything already set up. So I'm gonna put the tire on and we're gonna test it and see what the difference is. I've only done the passenger side, so then we'll see how much space we actually have from here. As you guys can see, right here's where it scrapes. Look, here a little bit, and here barely. It's probably just dirt. Look, barely even touches that. But here's the main scrape. I don't know if you can see it burning it off right here. So hopefully with the 26s it'll give me a little bit more clearance here, having a 3.7 instead of a 5.7. There we have it. There we have it. Damn, that thing looks like an off-road vehicle now. But look at that, we have more clearance here. Alright guys, I'm gonna measure it to see how much of a drop it actually gave it. So I'll measure it to the first lug nut here compared to the other side, and up here looks to be about 16 from that first top lug nut. We'll go to the other side. On the first top lug nut, barely see that, but I think it's about 14 1/4. Of course it does have lean to the side because I've only done one side so far, so it's probably pushing it a little bit more this way. Once we level this side out, this side should start leveling out too. Alright guys, it's time to do the driver's side. I'm just going to be time-lapsing this one, as you pretty much saw my installation on the other side. So I'll set up my camera here on the side. Alright guys, there you go. She's all done. So now we got 3 in the front and 7 in the back. So it's got that California lean going on. Probably see it a little better from this side. It's a little lower on this side than it is. We got a 7 drop here, 3 here in the front. And hopefully our 26 is clear. They're going to be a little bit taller, so they're going to fill up this wheel well here. Right now we got like about a fist full here, where before it was probably like 2 fingers. Alright guys, so I test drove the truck and everything worked out. So that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure you guys are subscribing so you guys can see more truck videos and truck updates. And that's it. See you next time.